Thank you, Ken Walker. Thank you, Ken Walker. Horses will make their way onto the track and they'll parade in front of us. We'll introduce amongst his friends. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the field for the first race. Number 1 is Pathologist. His nickname is Patrick. He's a 13-year-old by Sportsmaster, owned, trained, and driven by Michael McGee. He has 33 career wins and just under $50,000 in earnings. Number 2 is Cut a Rug. His nickname is Carter. He's owned by the Summer Fling Racing League and QKS Racing. Quentin Schneider trains. Aaron Lehman, the driver. He's an 8-year-old son of Mystery Chase with 32 wins and over $114,000 earned. And number 3 is Unfiltered. Owned and driven by Joe Prevost, also leased by QKS Racing and trained by Quentin Schneider. 37 career wins for Unfiltered, whose nickname is Manny, and he has earned over $123,000. And that's the field for Race 1, the Seppo Hakama Memorial, sponsored by Williams Appraisals. Gates rolling. Field is in motion. They're just about 1/8 of a mile from the start. And off stride is number 2, Cut a Rug. Now they're in the lane and they're headed to the start, and here they come for race 1. And they're off and pacing. Pathologist goes out quickly for the early lead, and then we have Unfiltered getting away in second position. And it's a gap of about 5 lengths, and Cut a Rug is closing in, trying to catch up to the rest from third position as they race on to the back stretch. It is going to be Pathologist and Mike McGee, a 6-length lead. Racing up in second position is Unfiltered and Joe Prevost, and catching up to the back is Cut a Rug from third position. Field is covered by about 10 lengths as they race by the opening quarter mark here, and it is Pathologist with the lead as they head on to that turn. Pathologist is still on top by about 6 lengths. They're by the opening quarter in 30 seconds even. headed toward the top of the stretch, coming to the half-mile point, and still Pathologist. Now the lead is only about 4.5 lengths as Unfiltered races from second, and right with the pack now is Cut a Rug from the third position. Coming down to the half-mile point, it is Pathologist still on top, still about a 4-length lead. Unfiltered racing second. Cut a Rug is up on the outside, advancing from third. They've got one full circuit to go around the track, and it's still Pathologist with the lead. The halftime was in 1:02. That quarter was in 30:1, so 1:02 at the half. Second quarter was in 31:4. Off the backstretch, Pathologist leading. Cut a Rug is now in second position. Then it's a gap of 3 back to Unfiltered in third. Down the backstretch, headed to 3/4. Pathologist still has the lead. Cut a Rug is right there in second. Gap of 4 to Unfiltered in third as they pass the 3/4 and out of the final turn. Pathologist still has the lead. Pathologist by a tight length. Right there second is Cut a Rug. 3/4 time was 1:31:4. That was a quick third quarter in 29:4. Coming to the top of the stretch, Pathologist trying to take them all the way. Right there second now is Cut a Rug. Coming back on the outside is Unfiltered. Inside the final 1/8 of a mile, coming to the finish. Pathologist with the lead. Unfiltered and Cut a Rug battling it out. Pathologist, Patrick will go all the way. Patrick wins it over Unfiltered second and Cut a Rug right there third. 2:02 and 1/5 for the mile. 2:02 and 1. Here is your first race winner of the trophy blanket for the Seppo Hakama Memorial, sponsored by Williams Appraisals, number 1, Pathologist. And again, ladies and gentlemen, 50th win for Mike McGee. Congratulations. Pathologist, once again, is a 13-year-old by Sportsmaster, owned, trained, and driven by Michael J. McGee of Shawano, Wisconsin. 34th career win for Patrick, as he, again, is rated about $50,000 in career earnings as well. Pathologist, winner of the Seppo Hakama Memorial in 2:02 and 1/5. Order finish in the first race. Number 1, Pathologist, was the winner. Number 2, Cut a Rug, was third. Number 3, Unfiltered, was second. Again, the winning time was 2 minutes 2 and 1/5 seconds. Walker. Thank you, Ken Walker. Gates rolling. Second race Pacers in behind the starting gate. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. Gate swings into the stretch and they're picking up speed. Here they come. There they go. They're away in pacing. Chase the Gold from the inside gets the first call with Paycheck away in second. And Carrot Top moves. She gets away in third. They're away in post position order as they race around the turn. Headed for the backstretch. Chase the Gold. And Aaron Lehman on top of the field by 2 lengths. And closing in from second, Paycheck. And then it's a gap of about 3.5 lengths back to Carrot Top Moose in third as they race down the backstretch headed to the opening quarter. Chase the Gold and Aaron Lehman. with the lead by about a length and a half. Paycheck is second, but here comes Carrot Top Moose up on the outside, moving quickly from third position. Opening quarter was 30-2. They head around the turn toward the top of the stretch now. And with the lead, it is now Carrot Top Moose. Joe Prevost and Carrot Top Moose, they went by to take the lead, and they come toward the half mile. Chase the Gold is now back in second after leading in the early stages, and Paycheck is now the trailer. They come for the half mile. Carrot Top Moose, the filly, the mare, she's got the lead over Chase the Gold. Right there second, and Paycheck is a close-up third. 102-4 at the half, so now they race toward the back stretch. Carrot Top Moose is going to try and close it out for another 3/8 of a mile. There is Chase the Gold in second position. Then it's 2 lengths back to Paycheck in third. Down the back stretch, Carrot Top Moose and Joe Prevost with the lead over Chase the Gold and Aaron Lehman. And closing in from third is Paycheck. They're racing past the 3/4 marker. Carrot Top Moose has the lead. 3/4 time, 1:33. Headed toward the top of the stretch. Here comes Chase the Gold. Up on the outside to take the lead again from Carrot Top Moose. And Paycheck is third as they turn for home. Chase the Gold by 2 lengths now. Back to second is Carrot Top Moose. And further back to Paycheck, it's going to be Dozer. Chase the Gold drawing clear. Chase the Gold wins it by 4 lengths. Carrot Top Moose second, Paycheck third. 2:04, 1/5. Not yet.
Not yet.
Just kidding. Chase the Gold. He's going to be making his way back to the winner's circle. This is going to be his 26th career win. He adds to his impressive bankroll of more than $155,000 lifetime. He's a 7-year-old. And again, Chase the Gold, his nickname is Dozer. He's the winner of the Jackie Maluski and Jerry Nicholas Memorial. A special blanket presentation here for race number 2. And here's Chase the Gold with Aaron Lehman. Making his way back, number 1, Chase the Gold. It's going to be his 3rd win of the season, and as I mentioned, 26th career win. He's a 7-year-old. He's by the Stallion Mystery Chase, owned by QKS Racing, trained by Quentin Schneider. And once again, Aaron Lehman, the winning driver. Chase the Gold, the winning time was 2:04 and 1/5. For race 3. Thank you, Ken. Heine Gustafson and Sons, race number 3, and it's also sponsored by the Gogebic County Fair. And we have the same lineup coming back from race number 1. Different post positions. Number 1 is Carter, owned by the Summer Fling Racing League and QKS Racing. Quentin Schneider, the trainer. Aaron Lehman, the driver. Number 2 is Unfiltered. Manny is owned and driven by Joe Prevost, leased by QKS Racing, trained by Quentin Schneider. And number 3, the first heat winner, Pathologist, owned, trained, and driven by Michael McGee. Pathologist, his nickname is Patrick. That's the field for the 3rd race. They'll be making their way back to the backstretch, and they'll be headed to the gate. Pathologist and Mike McGee arriving at the gate. Gates rolling. Horses are in behind the starting gate, gradually picking up speed. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. Pacers are ready for action. The gate's picking up speed. They're coming to the start. Here they come. And they're away and pacing. Cutter Rug is fast from the inside to take the early lead, and Pathologist gets away in the second position as Unfiltered races away in third, and they head toward the back stretch. Cutter Rug leads it by 2.5 lengths with Pathologist in second, gap 6 or 7 back to Unfiltered in third as they head for the opening quarter. And it is Cutter Rug now tightening into that second position is Pathologist. Now it's still about 7 lengths back to Unfiltered, who races in the third position as they make their way around the turn. The opening quarter time was in 28 and 4. 28 and 4, fastest fraction of the day so far, and it's Cutter Rug and Aaron Lehman cutting out this fraction and leading it by 1.5 lengths. Racing right there in second is Pathologist, and trying to close in from third position is Unfiltered. They come down toward the half mile. Cutter Rug still leads the way. Pathologist gets the pocket trip in second, and now we're still about 6 lengths back to Unfiltered in third. Past the half, they have one full circuit to go, and they race toward the turn, headed toward the backstretch now, and Cutter Rug still leads it. 1 minute, 1/5 for the halftime, and racing in second is Pathologist, and still about 5 or 6 lengths back to Unfiltered in third, and Cutter Rug has opened up now by 4 lengths, almost 5 lengths on the lead as they head to 3/4. Cutter Rug with command. Racing in second is Pathologist, still about 5 lengths back to Unfiltered. 3/4 time, 26 and 4. And they come toward the top of the stretch. Cutter Rug has opened up by 8 or 9. Pathologist in second. Unfiltered is in third. It is all Carter. All Carter here. He's going to win it by open lengths. Cutter Rug and Aaron Lehman putting on quite a show here in race number 3. Cut a Rug, a monster winner in the third race. With Pathologist second, Unfiltered third. 1:59 and 3. 1:59 and 3 for Cutter Rug. And here comes your race 3 winner. Winner of the Tiny Gustafson and Sons race in tonight's third race. Sponsored as well by the Gogebic County Fair. Cutter Rug, Carter, 5-year-old son of Mystery Chase. He's owned by the Summer Fling Racing League and QKS Racing, trained by Quentin Schneider. Should say an 8-year-old. It's his 5th win of the season. 5 wins this year for Cutter Rug. 33rd career win for Cutter Rug. 1:59 and 1. He smoked him in race 3. 1:59 and 1 for Cutter Rug and Aaron Lehman. So that is the fastest race of the day so far. We have one more race to go. Race number 4 coming up in about 15 minutes or so, somewhere around there for race 4. And let's talk about some of the fastest. Finjet is a horse that I recognize. That horse raced at Running Aces. 1:58 and 4 track record. So that is only 2/5 away from Cutter Rug's time of 1:59 and 1 there in race number 3. And then a previous record before that was 1:59 and 4 by Bakersfield Glen all the way back in 1991. And then the Great Trotter Bingham for Gene Miller. Couple of records here at Ironwood. 2:01 and 3 all the way back in 2003. So that was the trotting track record. We didn't have any trotters on the program here today, but Bingham has that record in 2:01 and 3. So just put that in perspective. A huge time there, a huge winning time for Cutter Rug in 1:59 and 1, just 2/5 of a second off of the track record. There is a special blanket prize for the fastest race of the day, and that is sponsored by Dan DeRizzo and John Nelson. And as I mentioned, 1:59 and 1 for Cutter Rug is so far the fastest of the day. We'll see what happens in race number 4. But that's a special blanket that will be presented for the fastest winner of the day. All right, we want to thank our track photographer here at Ironwood now, Ardith Carlson, who also did a lot of work for the USTA and Hoofbeats magazine back in the day, and also has exhibits of harness racing going on in the exhibition building right now, correct? Yeah, so Ardith Carlson, shout out to her. Yay! Thank you for doing the track photography, and thanks for chronicling harness racing. What a wonderful subject.
One more. Or yep, in this one. Linda Tiller.
I did those.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I just missed it. Sorry.
Yep.
You're good then. Thank you.
No problem. Where's that regular program one? Is this it? Do I have
Yeah,
it?
they're kind of.
Once again, want to shout out and thank Zach's Realty for all the sponsorship here at the fair and the harness racing. Zach's Realty of Ironwood, big sponsors of the harness racing here at the fair. Thank you so much. Fourth race, going to have the lineup that we had back in race number 2 with Carrot Top Moose, with Aaron Lehman, Joe Prevost driving Carrot Top Moose. And then we have Chase the Gold with Aaron Lehman and Paycheck with Mike McGee. Chase the Gold is the horse that has earned the most money that we've seen race here today. Career-wise, Chase the Gold has earned over $155,000. Carrot Top Moose is the filly, or she's a 4-year-old, so she's a mare now. Racing against the boys here, taking them on, and Paycheck is a 5-year-old pacer who has earned almost $78,000. Fourth race today, the Nancy Kangas Memorial, and sponsor Stoffel's Country Store in Hurley. And the fastest race of the meet, again awarded in memory of Dan DeRizzo. We'll find out if that 1:59.1 holds up as the fastest of the day after race 4. From Ken Walker. Thank you, Ken Walker. Ken, we have the pleasure of having Ken come out to Running Aces on our big race nights as well. We always love it when he comes out. Ken is from Oshkosh, where he enjoys traveling the Midwest, playing at the county fair races across Wisconsin and beyond, as well as at Running Aces in Minnesota. Kangas Memorial, sponsored by Stoffel's Country Store. Number 1 is Carrot Top Moose. A 4-year-old by Time to Roll. She's owned by Gabe and Bob Wand and trained by Quentin Schneider. The driver's Joe Prevost. Joe Prevost driving Carrot Top Moose. Kara. Number 2 is Chase the Gold Dozer. He was the winner of the first heat for these horses, and he is a 7-year-old by Mystery Chase, owned by QKS Racing, trained by Quentin Schneider with Aaron Lehman. And number 3, Paycheck. Paycheck, or Chuck, is owned, trained, and driven by Michael McGee. That is the field for race number 4, and they'll be at the starting gate in just about 2 minutes. Fourth race, Pacers headed to the gate. Gates rolling.
One of them's kicking up there.
Field is in behind the gate. Gates gradually picking up speed. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. Fourth race pacers are ready for action here at Ironwood, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Chase the Gold gets the first call between horses, goes to the lead. Up on the outside is Paycheck. Outside of Carrot Top Moose. Those two battling for second as they head to the back stretch. With the lead, it's Chase the Gold, opens up by about 3.5 or 4 lengths. On the inside, Carrot Top Moose is second, having to take back and drop in third. That is Paycheck. Down the backstretch they go. They're headed to the opening quarter. Chase the Gold and Aaron Lehman the lead by 4. And here comes Paycheck making a move up on the outside. Looking to take second from Carrot Top Moose. Opening quarter was in 28-4. They're motoring out there, and they head around that turn, headed towards the top of the stretch for the first time. Chase the Gold by 2.5 now. Dropping in the pocket second, Paycheck. Racing third, Carrot Top Moose. They come for the half mile, and Chase the Gold has opened up by 4 lengths as they come to the midway point. Chase the Gold well in command here. Paycheck is racing second. Carrot Top Moose is third. Chase the Gold has him at the half-mile station here in 1:01.3. So now they race on that second turn and make their way toward the backstretch. Chase the Gold, comfortable leader here. Still has it by almost 4 lengths over Paycheck in second and Carrot Top Moose in third position. Down the backside, still rolling with the lead. Chase the Gold now opens up by 5.5 lengths. Racing in second is Paycheck. On the outside, here comes Carrot Top Moose. Those two are battling for the second position. It's still Chase the Gold in 1:31.3 around the final turn. Chase the Gold now by 6 lengths with an eighth of a mile to come. Chase the Gold opening up with every stride. The battle's on for second. Carrot Top Moose coming on to challenge with Paycheck for second, but it's all Chase the Gold. Dozer is really coming strong to the finish. Chase the Gold by 10 or 11 lengths. Chase the Gold, the battle for second, very close. Maybe Carrot Top Moose right there with Paycheck.
One finish, 3 races.
I spent all my time.
You're sleeping upstairs.
Where is Chase the Gold? He already went in? The two, oh, there he is. I'm wondering where he went. And here comes the 4th race winner and winner of both of his races today. Number 2, Chase the Gold. Dozer, 7-year-old by Mystery Chase, owned by QKS Racing, trained by Quentin Schneider. Aaron Lehman, the winning driver. 2:01.4, the winning time for this heat. Again, the 4th race, the Nancy Kangas Memorial, sponsored by Stoffel's Country Store, goes to number 2, Chase the Gold, 2:01.4. And again, the fastest mile of the day with that special blanket presentation in memory of Dan DeRizzo. That blanket is going to go to Cut a Rug with that 1:59.1 victory back in race number 3. Cut a Rug, 1:59.1. Mikkel, could you give that last blanket to Michelle as well? Mikkel, give that last blanket to Michelle as well.